Testing. Hello. Who's alive? Me on silence. Hello, hello, hello. How's audio? Let me know. Hello, whoever's here. What the fuck? My shit's not working. I hear the Cringer cooking gang. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to stream and welcome to my shit not working. Welcome to Twitch app not working. What else is new? Hello, Chef Eepy. Hello. How are we doing today? Don't worry, that's just my oven. Oh, we cooking today? FR. Hold on. Me not prepared as always. Gotta get this sorted out. Like that. Ah, that's pretty good. Now that's pretty good. How are you guys doing? Happy almost Thanksgiving. I'll be back. Gotta start the lo-fi. Okay. Hopefully, lo-fi is not too loud. You guys can let me know. Happy almost gobble gobble day. Happy almost gobble gobble day to you. We're in a little different setup today. Hello. It's me. But yeah, this is all for the cooking stream. Are you guys excited to learn about cooking? But first, before anything, you guys want Kyrie Cam. And I know you do. Oh, you're so cute. I know. The people want to see you. Ready? The people want to see you, Kyrie. Over here. She's scared because I put her on the table. Wait, wait. Look. Here. Never. Can't. She can't. She's scared. Here. She's nervous. She's nervous. She's camera shy. Sorry. She said hi to you all, though. I swear. Thank you. I'm sorry for waking you up. Don't worry. Kyrie's a clean dog. Ayo, let's see the nails. Oh, do you guys want to see the nails I chose for today? This month, this month, they're too shiny. You can't see. This month they're brown with white chrome on top. So they're shiny. Oh, there. It can't focus if it's too close. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. Slay, thank you. Okay, guys. Looking pretty festive, thank you. She got a petty, or wait, Manny, what is it? Manny is hands, like manicure. Petty is like, petty is feet. Pedicure, you know? Because petty for like the patella and shit. Okay, let's get to cooking. We got a long stream ahead of us. Okay, chat. Tell me right now and be honest, who does not know how to cook? Who has no clue how to cook Thanksgiving din? Ooh, me. Ooh, me. Well, don't you worry your pretty little head. I'm gonna teach you how to cook Thanksgiving dinner very, very simply. The reasons why things are done. I'm gonna give you the most basic recipe on how to do everything. Everything you can imagine. If you can see, the menu for today is pinned up top. Lucas, hello, welcome in. We're gonna start with the turkey for now because that's gonna take the longest to cook and it needs time to rest. So hopefully by the end of the stream, we can eat it. I turned on my AC because the fan is gonna get loud, the oven's gonna get hot. Let me know if the AC is loud or anything, by that matter. Hi, Hannah. How are you? Hello. Okay, let's jump into it. For all you people that don't know how to cook, I'm here for you today. It's not too late. It's only Tuesday. And if you do all of this stuff that I'm doing, get the ingredients and stuff, you can make a Thanksgiving dinner by Thursday. There is still time. Okay? There is hope. If you have people you want to impress, let's say you have a date on Thanksgiving. I know most of you probably don't because you're gamers. That's fine. But I can teach you how to make a meal for one. I'm doing well. How are you, cutie? Hope you have a good day. Thank you so much. I'm doing great. We're gonna start cooking soon. And I'm excited. Okay, let me get the things we need first off, which is, fuck, I didn't wash my knife. Okay, if you hear me washing dishes in the sink, I don't have a lot of stuff. So I have to wash things. Shit. Hands are clean. Hold on, sorry. I have to move the camera for a second. I forgot I have shit in the dishwasher. I'm probably gonna need these. Okay. Okay. I'll fix you. Okay. Welcome in. I can't believe I'm being attacked this early on stream. What are you talking about? I'm not attacking you. I'm just letting you know what's up. Okay, first things first. The biggest thing is the turkey, okay? I know you guys have probably had turkey before that's dry AF. And that's the problem with turkey. Turkey is a big bird. So it's very big, it takes a very long time to cook, it's very easy for it to become dry, right? The way people combat a dry turkey is they do a lot of steps. There's a lot of fucking work into going into big turkey. Here we have, I just have a turkey breast bone in. This is wet brined. There's wet brine, there's dry brine. You can also, inject it with liquids. People put a like a butter thing on it. We're gonna do that. We're gonna basically roll it in butter. My personal way that I always make turkey, if you're making the whole bird, like the big bird, I do a thing called spatchcock. And don't get weird about it. So basically, if you take the big bird, right, and then you were to flip it over and take out the backbone, and then you would lay it flat, you'd have to, so you like push it down and it breaks like the wishbone that's in between the breasts. You push it down and then it'll just be a flat bird. And the reasoning for people doing this and why they like to spatchcock turkeys is so then when everything cooks, it cooks very evenly. Because the whole point is that the breast usually tends to get dry because it's the part of the bird that's most that's in contact with heat the most because it's so tall. Imagine like the fucking bird, and then the bottoms have to cook and stuff, but then the breast is just on top, right? So it gets hit with the most heat, and usually turkeys cook for like 3 to 4 hours, depending on how big it is. So usually that's why it gets dry. So the idea of spatchcocking the turkey to make it flat is so then everything cooks more evenly, and then the dark meat will cook about the same amount of time as the white meat. So that's usually what I do. But I don't have that many people to feed, so we're just gonna do the turkey breast. And this is in a wet brine. The idea is that if you're ever in science class, right, and they taught you about like osmosis and dispersion, right? Diffusion even. So basically, you put the bird in in a salty solution of water, and basically because the salt on the outside is more than the salt on the inside of the turkey, the salt will move inside of the turkey and like flavor it first off, and then it'll help the liquid stay in. I was watching Mythical Kitchen and they did an episode on turkey myths. I forgot most of it by this point though. Well, that's fine. I'm sure there's a lot of cooking myths and stuff, but just do whatever feels right to you. Cooking is all about feeling. That's the most important thing you need to know. Cooking is all about feeling. So I'm gonna open this up for you so you can see what we're working with. And hopefully not make a mess. Ooh, it smells good. Just open this shit up. Good to have a garbage nearby. Okay. This is what we're working with. In here, it's basically a shit ton of water. All together, it starts out with 8 cups of water. 8 cups of water, and then you do a cup of salt, and then you do a half cup of sugar, and then it has crushed up garlic cloves, sage, rosemary, thyme, a lemon, and then you boil it until all the sugar and salt dissolve, and then you want to cool it. So you leave it out to cool to room temperature, and I also added about 4 cups of ice to help with it cooling faster. And then once it's completely cooled, you just put your turkey in, and then yeah, and then you let it sit for like a day. Must smell good. It does smell good. It smells herby, is what it smells like. So we're gonna take it out in a second, but before we take it out, I'm gonna leave it there. We're gonna make the herb butter that we're gonna put on top of it. This is a good place to be. Can you see the cutting board? It's a bit. You see? Okay, yeah, you can see. So we're gonna make an herb butter. It's just softened butter. So I had butter that's out and it's been softening. And then we're gonna put basically all the herbs that we put in there, we're just gonna put it inside of the herb butter. And I'll have you know, I hate chopping herbs. I actually hate chopping herbs because I hate having to take them off these stupid little plants or like the branches. It's really fucking annoying. But it's good flavor. And here's the thing about it. You can never have too many herbs, you know? That like doesn't exist. Never over herb. Ow. Basically, this is sage, if you don't know. It looks like this. It's like a fuzzy looking leaf. And they all smell like fucking grass. No, they all smell kind of like minty grass. Something that you guys have never touched before in your lives, and I'm gonna need you to change that. When the new year hits, you're gonna have to change that. So I'm just gonna do like this much. I don't really have amounts for you. Cooking's by feel, and you just gotta feel it. And then, annoyingly, I'm gonna take everything off of the stalk, off the branches. And you know, sometimes a little bit of the branch is gonna go in. And you know, that's just how it is. It's okay. You used to eat glue when you were a kid and you survived. So like a little branch isn't gonna hurt you, to be honest. What if you have so much herbs that you can't open the door? Well, that would be a lot of herbs. You know, you're right, there is a limit, but it's very hard to hit that limit. And I'll have you know, I probably can't even afford that many herbs. Enough herbs to fill the room? That would go crazy. Did I talk to you guys about Worlds yet? Guys, we watched Worlds over the weekends for League of Legends, if you're like a League of Legends fan. And it was so good. The performance was really good. I liked seeing them perform Heartsteel and NewJeans. The games were just okay though. It kind of just felt like T1 was killing too hard. It just felt like they were doing too good, you know? That shit was crazy. I feel like Weeaboo Gaming, they just couldn't keep up. I don't know. It's like the worst part. But anyway, probably like, I don't know, that much. Fuck it. Weeaboo? Weibo? More like Weibozo. So true. Oh, here's my knife if you want to see it. It's really fucked. This knife is fucked. But and then slowly chop it. Cutting's a process, but you get there. I basically just do a lot of rough chopping until it's pretty good. It's hard to see a 3-0 shout out as a final. Yeah. I was watching back, because I keep seeing videos of it on TikTok. And it just kept showing Weibo's Crisp, his Bard plays, and I was just like, oh my god, he was actually really bad. That was actually so bad. It was hard to watch. I don't actually remember that Bard game because I kind of fell asleep. I didn't really fall asleep, but like, I was kind of out. Okay. Bard was a paid actor, not gonna lie. He was! I saw the funniest TikTok where it was like, I don't know if I sent it to you, but it was like Bard in my promo games, and it was Chris Bard, and then it was like, oh my god, that's so funny. And then it was like Bard on the enemy team, and then it's fucking Kyria on his godlike Bard. pretty happy with that. You don't have to go crazy, but it should be looking something like that. You see, just a fine chop. There's our herb mix. I felt like I was watching First Time Bard. I was there the whole time and I don't really remember. At one point in like the second game, I went to lay down. And then after I laid down, I don't remember what happened, but I like fell asleep. Like for like a little bit, but then I woke back up. Okay. So we're gonna start with one stick, I guess. We're gonna do one stick of softened butter. Well, this isn't really a full stick. This is basically like a half stick of butter. It's like a half stick of butter. And let's do butter. I'm gonna put like, I don't know, that much herbs. We'll save the rest of the herbs for something else. I'm sure we'll find a thing for it. Season. Meow. We're gonna hit it with salt. A little bit of pepper. And some garlic powder. You could use fresh garlic as well, but I just didn't feel like cutting it. I was gonna say the butter didn't look like it. Yeah, because it did not look like it, because it was not. You can always adjust more later. I might add like, we're just gonna mix that in. ASMR. Did you hear it? Did you hear my butter? Was it buttering? That's what it's looking like. It's looking pretty white, so we can just add more. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's just add all of it. For the turkey itself, I like to keep the seasoning pretty plain. Just because it's going to be paired with so much stuff. That's just how I like it personally. I just like more of just like plain seasonings, but you know, do you. No palm heel strike? We'll have to cut garlic later. We'll cut some garlic later, but I got you. And then I'm gonna also put this because I have it. It's caramelized onion butter from Kinder's. It's pretty good, so I think it'll. Oh shit! It was kind of open. I think it'll taste pretty nice in this. Only because I don't have any onion powder right now. I would add like onion powder to it. My thing would be like probably salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, maybe paprika for the color. But I mix up turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, and gravy. What was that? What was what? The seasoning? It's just like a seasoning blend. Okay. This is what the butter's looking like. Nice. And now, the turkey. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a mess. So we're gonna put everything off to the side for now. We have to take out the turkey. We're gonna start by putting down parchment, not parchment. Paper towel. It's gonna need a lot of paper towels because What? I'm just gonna glove up. Yes. I think I'll only need one glove. I think I'm just gonna try and one-hand it, but we'll see. Okay. If you're squeamish to raw meat, look away. I'm trying to drain off what I can. And then place this on the cutting board. Okay. I do a little bit of cooking myself. Oh, so you should be able to handle it. Okay, so now we're just gonna pat it dry. I'm going to move this now out of the way. You guys can see. I'm just gonna pat it dry. There she is. A dry bird is good for roasting. You don't want it to be wet. If it's wet, then you're gonna boil it basically. You're gonna steam it. So you want it to be dry so then it roasts. Okay. Now, I handle a lot of chicken breast and ground beef at least. That's good. As you should. Now, what we're gonna do, salt. We put salt inside of the butter already, but this just, you know, extra flavor. It's a big bird. Bit of pepper. Okay. Hey, yo, bird, you look dumb. Boom, roasted. Okay. So now that it's like that, we're going to... Fuck, should I do that after? Oh, wait. Let's do something else first. My brain's scattered. Let's build the tray first before I... Before we do that, we're gonna build the tray that it's gonna go in. I think it'll fit in here. So we're gonna eventually put it in this pan. But before we put it in this pan, we're just gonna put some aromatics at the bottom of the pan. I have some celery here, some old celery. It doesn't look too hot. It's mostly just gonna be there for the flavor. So we're gonna put a couple in. You don't have to go crazy. Just gonna... I'm not worried about this because it's gonna go in the same fucking pan anyway. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about it. Don't worry about the cross-contamination. And I'm gonna get rid of the celery anyway after. So we're gonna put a little bit of celery. I'm worried about it. Worried about what? The celery I cut that the turkey's gonna lay on top of? That shit's the same thing. You're crazy. I can assure you, everything is safe and fine. Everything is safe and fine. Okay. You don't see it, but I'm just cutting an onion. Not really cutting it. I'm just gonna do a little bit, like half an onion. Just to let it go on top. So the whole point of putting aromatics like this at the bottom is basically, I don't have a cookie sheet. I'm gonna cut them like this, so then it lies flat. I somehow really enjoy cutting onions. Do you? I don't like when I cry cutting the onion. I tend to cry cutting the onions. Basically, usually when you cook a turkey, you'll see a lot of people, they put it on like a roasting rack. It's basically just a wired rack that you put it on. You can put on like a cookie sheet, and that's basically just to help with the circulation of the heat to go underneath the turkey, so then it cooks more evenly. But I don't have one, so we're kind of making a makeshift one by using what we call aromatics, which is basically things that add flavor to the dish. So that usually they call it the trifecta for like this type of cuisine, or like French. Other places have different trifectas, but anyway, in this traditional type, it's celery, onions, and carrots. And so we're just gonna put those down, just like that. You can put garlic in it too. Yeah, let's put some garlic in. Why the fuck not? I have like a little bit of garlic left over, so we'll just use like a little bit of it. We'll just use some. I should put the garbage closer to me. I'm gonna take the garbage, so then it's easier for me to put stuff away. Ah! The herbs! They're fighting back! Sheesh! My garlic, it's flying! I'm just smashing garlic. Also, if you didn't know, if you don't use garlic for a while, they'll kind of look like this, if you'll focus. Kind of look like this. Focus. Focus on my garlic. Focus on my garlic, please. Oh, there. It'll look like this, or it gets old. It's not really focused. And it has like a little sprout on the inside. You can see it poking out. You want to take that out. So you just remove it from the middle. Okay? The garlic is still good. The garlic is still good. You can still use it for things. You just have to take out that middle sprout because if not, it'll give you a tummy ache. Now, how true is that? I don't know. But that's what I've been told. So you can choose to believe me or not believe me. That's just the knowledge I'm gifting to you. So if your tummy starts hurting, it's because you didn't take out the little sprout at the inside. Okay, we're gonna do like that much garlic. That's fine. You'll actually grow a garlic in your belly if you eat it. Yeah, same thing. Like if you were to eat a watermelon seed, you'd grow a watermelon in your tummy. Okay. Let us dress the bird now. Okay, so we're gonna do now butter mixture. Lay it in there for now. I'm gonna turn the turkey over first. Oh, there's the rosemary to get the bottom side. I have a clean hand, so I'm just gonna salt and pepper this bottom side as well. Okay, and then take some butter and then just spread it on. Get in there. Be nice to it. Really lather it up. Then once that side's over, I'm gonna flip it into the pan right on top of all of our veg. I'm gonna move this so you can see. There. Oh, front and center. Okay. And then more butter. All over. Butter it up. Especially in turkey, there's a skin here. You can gently wiggle your fingers underneath the turkey skin without breaking it. And then you especially want to put butter underneath the skin area. So just kind of shove it in. If you're squeamish, don't watch. It's really good to get that butter in there. Make sure you get everything. Butter it up. Every nook and cranny. Censor it? Okay. Please censor it. In my VOD, I will censor it. Warning. Too sexual. Yeah, I just want to make sure I really get the butter all up in there. Okay. Then just place it. The celery wants to jump out for some reason. Okay. Now it is a lovely covered in butter, our butter herb mixture. Okay. Take off. Garbage. I'm really just waiting for someone to pry my skin open for butter. Oh my god! You guys are crazy! And then I didn't put it inside the butter, but I'm just gonna put some on top just for some color. It's smoked paprika. I think it'll give a really nice color. We're just gonna put a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't want to go crazy with it. Because I don't really want too much of that flavor. I just think the color would look nice. I'm untouchable. Okay. Okay, turkey's basically ready to go in the oven. If you want to see, this is what it looks like. Our buttered up turkey breast on top of a bed of aromatics. It's gonna go into the oven, 350 degrees, and then 350 degrees for about, this is about like 3 pounds almost. It's like 2 and a little bit. So we're gonna check in on it in about like a half hour and see how it's doing. I think it'll probably take like 40-50 minutes. And then another trick a lot of people like to do is to take some kind of broth. I'm just gonna use like a chicken stock. And you're just gonna put a little bit at the bottom of the pan. What that's gonna do, it's gonna create steam, so then it helps with the juices, and it also starts your gravy as well. We're gonna use the pan drippings from the turkey to make a gravy. So this will just add some more flavor and start that. So you don't need to measure it. Just like a, I don't know, like a splash in each corner. And that's what that's looking like. Looks great, thanks. What happens if you don't have a bed? A bed of what? What do you mean if you don't have a bed? Is mac and cheese after? We could do mac and cheese. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put this in the oven. I'm gonna clean up a little bit since this was like raw meat. I'm just gonna sanitize everything. And then I'm gonna put a pot of water to boil, so then we can boil the potatoes for the mashed potatoes and also the noodles for the mac and cheese. And then while that's boiling, we can start grating the cheese for the mac and cheese. We'll do some other stuff as well. You know, save time. It's all about saving time. So say goodbye to Turkey Kun. We didn't name him, but he is gone now. You don't have to have the second sheet. This thing's just really heavy and I'm afraid the aluminum will buckle. So that's why. It's just for me to carry it easier. Okay, goodbye. Everyone say goodbye to the turkey. Tell it to cook well. Okay. Oh, what is the bed for? The bed is basically, so if you normally see people cooking a turkey, you're gonna see them cook it on either like a cookie sheet or some type of rack. It's like a wire rack that's put before on top of like the pan. Basically, the bed helps elevate the bottom of the turkey so then the heat from the oven can get underneath. So it cooks more evenly. If you don't have that, you can supplement it by using a bed of vegetables. So we used aromatics like celery, carrots, onions. You can put that underneath and like kind of space it to help elevate it and get the heat under. So that's why I did that, because mine's not very big. So, and I don't have a cookie sheet, so we're just gonna use that. You can also do that even if you're not using that to lift it up. Just having those aromatics at the bottom really helps the turkey drippings if you're gonna make a gravy out of it. It just gives a lot of flavor. And that's what that's for. How does Turkatouille feel about cannibalism? I think Turkatouille hasn't no thoughts yet. No comment on the subject. No comment. Okay, I'm gonna wash this cutting board and this pot because I'm gonna need it. Low key, high key, low key. So give me a minute, talk amongst yourselves. Enjoy some dishwashing ASMR. Okay. This pot is now clean. So I'm gonna fill it up with water and get it on the stove so then we can boil our potatoes and the pasta for our mac and cheese. Oh, well, we have to boil like a lot of things actually. This is my main cutting board, so we're gonna have to keep reusing that because I don't have an unlimited supply of things, you know? I'm cooking stuffing at least. I've been sick, so I don't want to commit to cooking since we're having company too. Oh no. What kind of stuffing are you making? Wash your hands. Wash it off. Sorry, Kimberly. The turkey didn't really touch anything, but just in case. It's pretty clean. Okay. I'm making mashed potatoes, lobster risotto, and oh, I know that dessert. I just don't know how to speak French. From Quebec. You know, that's fair. I'm gonna go all out this year cooking on my Dutch dishes. Hope gobble gobble fixes your sickness though. That sounds good. To give you an idea, my level of cooking at home, I'm considered the best cook because I can make stuffing without drying it out. Damn. That's a big compliment. If people compliment your food, then you are a good cook. That's proud. Be proud. It's pronounced Croquembouche. Croquembouche? Okay. We're gonna start prep for some other things while that's in the oven. I know what that is. That's like the dessert ball things. That sounds really good. We're gonna start with grating the mac and cheese. I'm only making like a 2-serving mac and cheese, so I don't really have a thing. This is the grater I'm gonna use. It's like a microplaner, but fuck it. If you're gonna grate a lot of cheese, just just get a box grater, okay? It'll be better, okay? But I do recommend grating your own cheese for mac and cheese. It melts better than pre-shredded cheese. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it it'll taste better. It'll be fine. So we're gonna go in with cheddar. You can use mild or sharp. I chose to do mild because I'm experimenting by using pepper jack cheese. Usually the cheese that a lot of people use will be sharp cheddar, Colby, mozzarella, Gruyere. It's a lot of very neutral tasting cheeses that are very creamy. So that's why they use like sharp cheddar, because everything else is very mild. But since I'm using a pepper jack, I chose mild instead. We're gonna see how it goes. I've never put pepper jack in it, but I feel like it'll taste fine. You can literally use any cheeses you want. Cheddar is the only like requirement for it to be mac and cheese, technically. And then we're also gonna use some mozzarella for the pull. Mozzarella isn't really a melty cheese. It's more of like a stringy, pulley cheese. So it'll just look good, you know? So we're gonna start with the cheddar. Yeah, if you want that cheese pull, put mozzarella. If you want a very creamy cheese, then you probably use like Gruyere. I'm definitely not going to use all of this cheese, but I'm going to keep most of it in the package just to help my grip. Just fucking grate it. Lucky these types of cheeses aren't they're not very hard, so it's very easy to grate. It just takes a lot of time. Would you say your cheese looks great? Oh, it does look great. How's it looking for you guys? Does the cheese look great? I'm looking for about a cup-ish of cheddar. I don't know. Again, cook by your feeling. If you feel like it's enough cheese, it's enough cheese, you know? But basically, I'm trying to do like a 2-part cheddar, 1 part pepper jack, 1 part mozzarella, basically, is my ratio I'm gonna try to go to. So maybe like that much. Yeah, that much. What dish is this, a mac and cheese? Was cooking a steak right now? Goddamn. You're cooking a steak? Yes, this is mac and cheese. I also got pepper jack because I also have some steak in the fridge and I kind of want to make a steak sandwich. And I feel like pepper jack would taste really good on a steak sandwich. Mmm. Pungent. Smells spicy. Very fun. This one crumbles a little more. Just because it's that type of cheese, but no stress. No biggie. Nice, nice. That sounds good. It does, right? That's like a pepper jack cheese. I could have just got the Kobe jack, but I was like, I don't know. What am I going to do with the rest of that cheese, you know? Probably use like about that much cheese. Guys, I'm so dumb. Why didn't you guys tell me I didn't turn the stove on? Why did you guys say nothing? That the stove wasn't on? Try the cheese. Mmm, delicious. Because we can't see it, no excuse. Mmm. Ooh, this pepper jack's really good. That's gonna be really good in mac and cheese. I feel it. And then Last we have mozzarella, as the Italians in my hometown would like to call it. But they put it in the most difficult packaging. Hold on, sorry. You should have known. You should have asked me if the oven was on. I literally put the pot of water on the stove and then just went, that's it. I didn't even bother to turn on the stove. Okay, excuse me while I try to cut out this mozzarella from the packaging. Jesus. They like sealed it. They sealed this mozzarella. Like, I don't want to say it. Like that one guy. Okay. I didn't tell you because I'm sabotaging you. I cannot believe you would sabotage me. Okay. Mozzarella is a very, very soft cheese. Okay. It does not grate very well. Usually. So it tends to crumble. So what I did is, hold on, let me get a good grip on this cheese. It tends to crumble a lot. So what I did was I stuck it in the freezer for about like, it was in there for like an hour. Just to help it firm up a bit, so then it's easier to grate. A little tip for you. Because it will pill, just because the cheese itself is so soft. But if it's been in the freezer for a little bit, it won't pill as much. And then you can grate it pretty well. Okay. Like that much. We'll see. We can always add more cheese later. Alright. This is the cheese for the mac and cheese that we've just prepped. I'm gonna put it in a bowl. Bowl. We need a whole Cooking with Chime series. We're learning. Are you guys learning? I can answer any questions you guys have. I'm quite versed in cooking. In the culinary arts. I took culinary for a while and I took a summer culinary class also in like middle school. I'm just gonna put all this in a bowl. Clean up. We can add more cheese later if we need it. We can always grate some more. There's our cheese blend. Pretty happy with this. Oh, Dylan. It looks pretty good to me. Well, we'll see. We'll taste it in the sauce, but that's looking good to me. And then we can't forget the cheese tax for Kyrie. Give her a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Kyrie! Come here. Cheese. Never mind, she didn't want it. She didn't want it even though she fought me for my string cheese last night. That's messed up. Okay, she took it. She's just playing with me. Okay. Hey. The water's boiling, almost. So let's prep what's going in the water. Potatoes. Green beans. Make it easier for yourself, okay? Pre-washed, ready to eat green beans. Trimmed and cleaned. Okay? It's easy. They do it for you, you know? I'm gonna put the green bean casserole in this, so I'm just gonna throw the green beans in here. So we're gonna do, like, I don't know. No! We lost a green bean! We're gonna do about like yay much green bean. And I personally, in my green bean casserole, I like when they're a little smaller. So I'm gonna cut them in like thirds. You can literally keep them whole like this if you want. But for me, I like when they're a little smaller. Don't worry, this is totally fine and safe. Something like this. Just throw them in here. This is the smallest pan I have. My mom will only accept French cut. They have that also. Good? Alright, let's go to the stove. Actually, no. Let us peel these first. And then we'll go to the stove. Today, we are using, these are Yukon Gold potatoes. The potato you'll usually see people use is russet potatoes. The difference between all of the potatoes, basically there are starchy potatoes and there are waxy potatoes. Starchy potatoes are russet potatoes. Those are like the brown potatoes that you'll see in like the ground that everyone's using, right? It's the very common potato. Waxy potatoes are red potatoes. They're like the small red potatoes. The skin is very, very thin. And they have low starch content. So that's why they're better for things like soups. You'd see red potatoes used in like baked potato soup because the starch isn't there, so it doesn't absorb too much liquid. Like when you're putting it in a soup, so it won't get too thick or it won't like compromise all the soup that you put in. It won't like suck it up. Yukon Gold potatoes, these ones in particular, they're basically in the middle. So they're kind of starchy, but they're kind of waxy. They have a really thin skin. You can actually eat the skin. You can keep the skin on, but for the sake of the texture of the mashed potatoes I'm gonna make, I'm just gonna peel it off. But it's no biggie. You could keep them on if you wanted. I'm only gonna use 3 potatoes because I'm only gonna do a small, small servings, right? I'm only doing like a 2-serving dinner. I basically just want to make 1 plate work. This is dangerous. Don't peel the potato like this. Unless you're a mom. Mothers can peel like this, and they cut like this. I am a mother of Kyrie, so I have this superpower. Any imperfections, you can just take it out. Not necessary though. It's stuff like this. Icky shit like this. Perfect. Do as I say, not what I do. Exactly. And then, just to make it cook faster, I'm just gonna cut it. You don't need to cut your potatoes. You can just wait for it to boil. But we're a little bit on a time crunch on stream, you know? I'm just gonna like half them. Okay, to the stove. Are these Yukon Gold potatoes? They are Yukon Gold potatoes. Good eye. I just told everyone exactly what that means. Okay, so for you guys not to see how fucking messy my kitchen is, as I turn you, I will do this. Welcome to new scene, baby. We learned potato packs? Yes, everyone should learn their potato. Okay, this is just plain water. I'm gonna salt it, and then we're gonna do a thing called blanching. We're gonna blanch the green beans. So basically what it means to blanch a green bean, it basically just means we're gonna cook it until it's just barely cooked. So the vegetable itself is gonna turn a vibrant green. And then after that, it's just gonna go in an ice water bath to stop the cooking process. This is just for texture to help. Okay, you're gonna see. The mic's a little far and I'm not moving the mic, so if audio gets fucked while I'm over there, get fucked. Salt. It means you're gonna see it. It's gonna take a couple minutes, but in a couple minutes, they're gonna turn very, very green. Get it? It's almost there. French cut green beans cooked in butter and almonds. That's very, very on brand for green beans. That's a very common flavor combo for green beans. Okay, so I'm gonna take them out. They don't need a lot of time. If you can see the color change, it's very fucking smoky. In that same pan, I just put fucking ice and some water in it. We're just gonna take the cup. Okay, and then in the same water, we're gonna put it in. We're gonna put it in the oven, or in the oven. The same water. We're gonna put the potatoes in to boil. Okay, we might have to put more water in that. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. But that's basically, we're gonna cook the potato. Pop quiz for you then, name the 2 types of potatoes. That works. You named the potatoes within the categories of the 2 bigger types of potatoes, but you know. I know normal speed version of the song, but I can't remember what it is. I can't hear the music you're listening to, so your guess is as good as mine. Okay, we're just gonna let that boil. Like so. We're gonna come back. We're gonna reconvene. Okay. We're back to our usual place. I get some water. I'm fucking thirsty. Should drink water. Check my ice water. Call it crispy water. I'll leave it in the background. My water intake. I like to use old pasta jars. Chai, if you ever encounter any right potatoes, pick them up. Pick them up. That's what I use for my mashed potatoes. They're similar to Yukon, but a lot creamier. Mmm. I will let you know if I see them. That sounds good. Okay, what should we do now? Things are boiling. Get the pasta out. Oh, I'm gonna check on the turkey real quick. Turkey looking good. We're gonna keep it. In a second. The best thing, turkey, you just gotta use a thermometer. You're never gonna know if it's done. Just use a thermometer. Buy one. Okay. We are not anywhere near done. So we're gonna keep it in. I am finding our pasta. Give me a moment. Okay. It's gonna be fine. That'll be fine. Okay. Let's prep some other stuff. Oh, I'm thirsty. Delicious. What else is on the menu? Guys, refresh. What else do we have to make today? I forgot. I think something with carrots, right? I think something with carrots, so I'm gonna prep the carrots. Honey glazed carrots. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do some honey glazed carrots. I didn't do like that many. Yummers! Okay, I'm gonna wash these carrots real quick. We can prep them. We're just gonna peel them basically. Carrots. I'm gonna drain these green beans off cam. Just vibing. Okay. While the potatoes cook, we're gonna prep some of the honey glazed carrots. So basically, we're just gonna clean the carrots. This is a weird thing. This is what my parents taught me, how to clean the carrot. Because the outside skin's kind of right? They taught me, you take a knife, and then the back of the knife that's not sharp, you just scrape the carrot. And it would look like that, and you'd scrape it. So this is how I grew up cleaning the carrot. But now that I'm on my own, that takes a lot of time. So honestly, I just take a peeler and I just peel the carrot. It's pretty fast and easy also. The other way's pretty fast too, but then this just feels nice. This is what I do now. So I just peel the carrot skin. This is how you should peel. You should always peel away from you. Ow. Like an inside butt part. Oh, that's okay. That carrot skin went flying. It probably takes off more carrot meat than just scraping it, but it's cleaner for me anyway. Feels better than scrubbing carrots until this under the sink with a brush. Yeah, I never did that. Just so I can run the knife over it. Let me know if anything ever looks or sounds off. Because I actually don't know what's happening. I'm just vibing. I just cooking. Okie dokes. Clean carrots. Seems good so far. Heck yeah. I just gotta throw out these scraps. I have no use for them here. And then... okay. What do you guys want? Do you want to leave them whole like this? To have like a cute little whole carrot? Or do you want them cut up? It doesn't really matter. That's more just like presentation. Do you want them to look cute and whole like this, or just be like pieces of carrot? Remember the song too? I like pieces of carrots? Okay. Cut them up? Alright. I just cut off the ends. This is how I cut up carrot pieces. A lot of people will just cut them like straight on, like this, and then you'll have like carrot rounds. Me personally, this is a very common cutting technique, or at least I've seen that Japanese people use when they cut up vegetables for like their curries and stuff, so I adopt it. I'm not saying they invented it. It's just where I've seen it from, and that's why I use it. And I think the carrot pieces turn out looking very organic looking. So it's basically, you cut out a diagonal, and then you rotate the carrot like 90 degrees, and then you cut again. And then more like, if I cut it smaller, you'd really see the difference. But because these are like big, they just look a little funkier than like if they all just looked round, you know? They're kind of like pieces. But that's how I usually cut carrots. I think it's cute. See? Then they turn into oblong pieces. I think they're cute. I'm basic, I do rounds. There's nothing wrong with rounds, but I just think they look prettier in a pile if they're kind of like this shape. These like different shapes and sizes. I tried to keep them roughly the same size, if you notice. Any of the skinnier pieces of carrots that were towards the end, I cut them longer than I did like the big pieces of carrot. I cut these shorter, just so then hopefully they cook like around the same-ish size. Or like the same time, but don't go crazy. Carrots you can technically eat raw, so you don't gotta go crazy with it. I'm just gonna poke my potato. Potatoes are almost done. Potato is almost done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it over to the stove so we can work on the potatoes when they're done. Because we're gonna need to do a little bit. We'll get back to the carrots. Fun fact. It's called rangiri, and it's the odd shaped helps cooking them faster. Oh, interesting. I knew it had a name, but I didn't actually know what the name was. Anyway, I'm gonna move us over. Okay, new stove. Hot. Fun fact, I fucked up this pot by putting it in the dishwasher, so now it's oddly shaped. It's no longer round, if you can notice. Kind of bent. Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the liquid that's gonna go inside the mashed potatoes when they're done. So we're just gonna melt up some butter, some cream, some milk, and some broth. It's better if you warm it up before you make the mashed potatoes. It'll really help with the texture. It'll incorporate better than if everything was cold. So that's just what we're gonna do. It's a little hard to tell on the camera, yeah. But the lid no longer fits. I miss gas burners since we moved to electric. You guys are on electric? You can stop. Milk. And a splash of heavy cream. Measure it with your heart. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could do gas burner. So hard. Or electric burner. I used to cook on it, but I don't know. I like gas. We're not doing anything crazy there. We're basically just warming up all of those ingredients. And we need a thing. Oh, this mashed potato. I use my most convenient bowl and I put the cheese in it. I'm gonna move the cheese. To a different bowl. I really like this tiny bowl. We're gonna use it instead. What happened? What? What happened? Oh, it went swoosh. Okay, let me check on these potatoes. Oh yeah, they're done. We're going to put the potatoes in the pan. Just taking out the potatoes. Okay. This is good. It doesn't need to boil. Just to warm it up. So now that it's warm, I will bring you back. Bring you back to the action. Wait. Oh, I have it. Go look at my dirty kitchen. Okay. Brought you back. Now, mashing the potatoes. You can mash the potatoes however way you want. I have this thing. It's a potato masher. It just mashes things. But today for some fine mashed potato texture, we're gonna put it through a sieve, which is basically this. It's a mesh. This one's not too fine, but I'm afraid that if I use a very fine mesh, it'll just take forever. So we're gonna use something like this. So basically, potato, it's very soft. And then you push it. Push it through. I feel like I want to use a different, but that's fine. Why do we do this to ourselves when we can just mash it? Oh baby, for the texture. You can also use a ricer. Have a ricer. Thing harder. I don't know. Good potatoes is pain, you know? Good potatoes is pain. Good for the texture. You're basically just gonna keep forcing it through the sieve. It's gonna result in a very creamy and smooth texture. That. Oh yeah. It's kind of like it's the one that like it's like the W's. That one's a very common masher also. It looks like it just has W's at the bottom. Okay. You don't have to do this with your mashed potatoes, to be honest. You can straight up just mash it. But if you want to try something different, like I am, take some time to mash it through a sieve. Look at that. How fluffy. If you have a ricer, that's the better thing to use. Food Wars looking realistic. I'm extra myself and use a ricer. Yeah, if you have a ricer, it's basically this, but it's a lot faster. But yeah, if you want a creamy looking mashed potato, then you must sieve it. But if you don't really care, then just fuck it. Mash it. Let me check on the turkey. It's looking big, bold, and beautiful. Okay. So far, it's at an internal temp of 130. It has to hit about 165. So we're gonna put it in for another like 20 minutes. So far, it's been in the oven for 30, 40, 50, 50 minutes. I want to mash the potatoes with my fists. The turkey, you mean? Yeah, that's what I meant. The turkey. I was just checking up on the turkey. Back to ricing. Back to shoving this shit through this sieve. Some creamy mash. The beginning of this is the hardest when you have to kind of break it down. But once you start getting it going in the sieve, it's really. So don't you fret. Don't fret. You can do it. Take the time to sieve it. Look at it. Beautiful. Beautifully fluffy and smooth. She's beauty, she is grace. Mashed potato in your face. No? Honestly, this is more fucking work than shredding the cheese for the mac and cheese. So, no. No, my light died. Is the lighting still okay or is it fucked looking? Does the lighting look fucked now or is it still okay? It's not too bad. It's still visible, but does it look worse? Does it look pretty bad? Let me look. Let me look. Actually, let me finish this first and then look. Oh! We're alive! We're alive again. I want to finish this first because it'll be hard to do this when the potatoes get cold. I just want to finish this first. The light returns. It said it was just taking a little break. The light was just taking a little break. It said these potatoes are too beautiful. I can't look at it any longer. Keep on mashing. This is the last of the potatoes, so we're in the home stretch. Now that I'm looking at these potatoes, we made a lot of liquid for it, which is fine. Better to make more than not enough, am I right? Am I right? And we'll use that for other things. You can just use it for like the mac and cheese. So, no bigs. No bigs. Oh, it's out again. Here. I will give it some time to recharge. I will give the light time to recharge. And then we'll turn it back on later. if it's not too bad. Also, if any of you have questions on anything, always feel free to ask. I don't mind answering. I got a lot of knowledge to pick my brain if you want to pick my brain. This is a safe space. You just give us a lot of information already. Good, that's what I want to do. I want to teach you guys. Cooking's not hard, in a sense. Once you know the basics, you can make a lot of things. And you know, I don't think enough people realize that. Because I be knowing men that can't even cook eggs. And how you can't cook an egg. There's like a billion ways to cook eggs. Okay. That's all I'm gonna do. There's a little bit left in here. But I'm just gonna leave this. I'll just eat it afterwards. On my own time. It's basically just like the little bits that didn't like fully cook. Not fully cooked, like you can eat it, but it's not like soft enough to push it through. So this is what we're working with. These potatoes. You want to see? I don't know what the quality looks like now, but as you can tell, they're already super fluffy as is. But now we're gonna start putting in this warmed sauce. which is basically just milk, butter, heavy cream. I don't want to put in too much to start, so just like a little at a time. Until I get to the texture I want. I'm gonna add seasoning at the end. As you can see, it's already very smooth. But we just want to add enough for your texture. Go until it feels right for you. See? I tend to like mine a little bit more creamy. I'm usually in a I don't know category. Ah, that's fair, that's fair. How many pleats in my chef hat? 1 billion. Billion pleats. These look so good. Those mashed potatoes look like a dessert. That's the difference in putting your mashed potatoes through the sieve. This texture, this creamy texture, only happens when you sieve or rice your potatoes. There's no way you mash it with a masher fine enough for it to turn into this. You're gonna be mashing for like 3 hours. This is what mine's looking like. I'm gonna start adding some seasonings. Who's got more skills? You or Remy from Ratatouille? Fuck. Fuck, who knows? Also, I'm just grabbing the salt that I left over here. But while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna replace the water and get new water boiling for the mac and cheese. I left the salt over here, so. Guess you got a solo run earlier and greeted. No way, Kai, again? That's fucking crazy. Thank you so much for the hydrate. Water. Oh, I'm thirsty. Okay, I'm just gonna season it at this point. I'm gonna go with salt. I'm gonna go with salt. A little bit of garlic powder. And just like a little bit. Do I want to put black pepper in it? It'll ruin the look if I put black pepper in it, to be honest. And I kind of like the look of this creamy mash. If you want, you can even put cheese in this. You can put some mozzarella if you want. But I'm gonna keep the mashed potatoes pretty simple. This is what they're looking like. Nice and creamy. Mm-hmm. Turkey tui. And then as far as flavoring, just fucking taste it. Just taste it. If it needs more salt or flavors, just add it. That's what they mean when things say season to taste. They literally mean taste it, and if you want more seasoning, just add it. You know? Okie doke. I'm pretty happy with this. One more time. Here's our completed mashed potatoes. Looking scrumdiddlyumptious. Taste to season to taste too. Yeah, that's delicious. I'm actually, because it's gonna sit for a little bit, I'm just gonna add a little bit more liquid. Just so then while it's chilling, because I feel like it'll get thicker as it just chills, as it just waits. So I'm just gonna add a smidge more, so it's a little bit more on the loose side. So then later on, I feel like it'll be really good. That's looking good. It's a little bit looser, but I think that's a really good texture. I'm happy with that. Okay, mashed potatoes done. Mashed potatoes done. Any questions? That's how you make mashed potatoes. Sweet and simple. Okay. I'm gonna put these mashed potatoes off to the side till we're ready to eat them. But they're looking scrumdiddlyumptious. Woo-wee! Can I eat it yet? For you, B? Yeah. Oh, shit. I missed this one potato. I'll eat it later. I will eat this lone potato later. No! I'm gonna actually save this liquid. We're just gonna use it for the mac and cheese. Because mac and cheese is probably gonna use the same thing. So we're just gonna put it in a little bowl. And then I will use it later. Nothing goes to waste around here. It's just butter, milk, and cream. So that's exactly what you put in mac and cheese. So we'll just use it later. No bigs. Dishwashing ASMR. Perfect. I check on the turkey real quick. It's looking beautiful. Okay. I'm going to... So the turkey looks good. It's at 145 internal temp right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raise the oven temp to about like 400, 425 to get the outside really crisp looking. And then it'll probably need about like 10 more minutes. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. How far do I deliver? Down the street. I only deliver down the street. Okay, let's get the carrots going. Okay. Carrots. carrot's super easy. We're just gonna do a really simple honey glazed carrot. I will use, hold. Okay. Back to where you belong. I'm thinking I'm out of delivery radius. Damn, that does sound about right. Okay, I'm gonna line the sheet pan. A little bit of parchment paper. And then throw the carrots on. And we're gonna do a super simple honey glaze. Let me get some garlic. Okay, we got a new garlic. We're gonna mince up a little bit of garlic. I'll just do this one clove. It's kind of big. There's like 2 cloves in here. This. Good views. Okay, do whatever feels safe to you when you hit the garlic. Some people do it like this and press. I hit it. Some people use like this. Feels dangerous, but some people do it like this. Some people use the handle and press it. Some people just use their palm. Okay, whatever feels safe to you, but just hold it flat. Okay. Okay. That's what I do. I just take out the outside and then I cut off that bottom bit. And then remember, if it's growing something because your garlic is old, just take it out. Simply remove it. So then garlic doesn't grow in your belly. Heel strike. Yes, your hands will smell like garlic. And that's okay. Okay, because your house is gonna smell like delicious Thanksgiving food. Oh, that's the timer for the turkey. It's fine. Oh. I was about to start my microwave for 15 minutes. I was like, skin. That's just my oven saying the temp is ready. Okay. So I raised it up to 400 degrees. Oh, hydrate. Thank you so much. I need that. And then cut the garlic however you feel safe. Okay? I don't have the best knife skills, to be honest. But as long as your fingies are safe, cut however makes you happy. Unless you're Kendall Jenner cutting that cucumber. You see that shit? That's crazy. Oh, that was crazy. Kyrie, what are you doing? Get away from the oven. That's hot. She's looking for food scraps. She's like sniffing the floor, seeing if I dropped anything. Okay, very easy. We're gonna throw the garlic on. Scatter it. You will. Garlic. It's gonna be carrot, garlic, a little bit of oil. This is avocado. Use an oil that you're comfortable with. A little bit. Honey. Use any honey that floats your boat. I just got fresh honey. This is just multi-floral. I don't know. Any honey will do. Okay. Garlic. Splash of oil. A lot of honey. As much honey that will come out. Do like that much. I'm gonna hit it with salt. Don't be scared to salt it. A little bit of pepper. Be scared of the pepper though. Don't over pepper. And then, what else we got? We'll throw some, I have some leftover thyme from earlier. And just throw a couple sprigs on there. Just kind of make it look nice. A good flavor, tie in the flavors together. Oh, excuse me. I coughed into my arm. Don't worry. I'm not one of those. I hate pulling thyme leaves off. So annoying. Okay, anyway, there we go. A little bit of thyme. Then, toss it up. I'm just gonna put a glove on because maybe. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta get 3 knives and do the Wolverine cutting style. That sounds crazy. Mix. Okay. Looking good. Just kind of spread it out a little. Okay, spread it out a little bit. Oh, a little bit. Then I'm gonna get that in the oven in a second. Mix, 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 mix. I call them the food I claim it. Love that. Okay, I'm going to. This is gonna go in the oven. The oven's at 400 degrees. I probably bake it at like I don't know, 350 or something, but it's fine. It'll just get a little bit more roasty. Again, carrots you can eat raw, so if you don't want them soft, don't make them soft, you know? These are the carrots, they're gonna go in the oven. Actually, going to... Okay. Pro tip, try not to touch the things in the oven. They're very hot. Okay, in case you guys don't catch that. That'd be very bad. Okay. Jeez, that was hot. Okay. Actually, I'm taking the turkey out now. Internal temp is good, so to free her, we're gonna bring the oven down to... Okay. I'm gonna bring it over to the stove to let you know what happened. Basically, I checked the temp of the turkey. It's good. It's done. So I'm taking it out now. I left it in a little longer than I should have, but anyway, that's fine. I'm gonna take you over to get a look at it, and then we're gonna start the pasta for the mac and cheese. Come along. I'm gonna get the light on so you can see it. If it works. Let's see. It's charged. Oh, it did charge. Okay. This is what the turkey's looking like. Let me try and show it to you better. It's very hot. That's the turkey so far. I'm just gonna let it rest. Looks good. Thanks. We're gonna let it rest now. I'm gonna clear out some space so I can let it rest on the counter so it doesn't get too... Move it off the stove. Okay. This one has time to cool off, and then we're gonna salt it again because this is new water. Salt again. Always salt your water. It makes it taste good. Okay, here's the thing, guys. I didn't buy traditional mac and cheese like elbow pasta because I thought I had some here at home, but I don't have any. So we're gonna use the only shape pasta that I have. It'll still taste good. It just, the shape will be off, okay? Don't get too crazy about it, okay? Don't go crazy. We're gonna use rigatoni. I have rigatoni. I apologize if this triggers anyone, but we will use rigatoni. I was able to get into the habit of salting pasta water at least. That's good. As you should. Salting makes a difference. You really taste it in the pasta. You do. Salt pasta, salt rice, yeah. Salt everything. Salt is not bad for you, okay? Unless you have like high blood pressure and shit. But mostly for flavor, it's not bad for you. Okay. Okay. We used about half a pound of pasta. Oh, thanks for feeding the mods. You get arrested for assault, so maybe not everything. Oh, no. We're gonna do a little prep for the mac and cheese. Come with me. Come with me, you're under arrest. Okay. We're gonna do a little prep for the mac and cheese before we get to the stove and start cooking the sauce. While that's cooking, we're gonna do, I wonder if I have shallots. Do I have shallots? Okay, mac and cheese. Shallot. A cousin of the onion. We're gonna use it. We're gonna use a little bit for the base of our mac and cheese sauce. We're gonna use like, I don't know. I'm gonna peel it first. One day I'm gonna have a cooking show. I'm gonna teach you guys how to cook a lot of things. I fucking hate peeling onions. You always have skin and shit. I'm gonna take this off because it's ugly. There's like a ugly bit on it. Oh, I hate having to peel onion skin off. Why can't people just eat the skin? Okay, I'm not gonna use the whole thing, so that's fine. I always cut the onion in half, then peel it. Yeah, this is just a shallot. That's a little different. Even though it's a waste, sometimes I just take off the outer layer. Okay, clean shallot. A shallot. We're gonna use about like half of it. I'm gonna do the onion technique on the shallot, since it also has layers. So you're gonna do vertical strikes. I do about 2 to 3 horizontal, and then chop from there. There you go. And that's how you do a quick and easy dice on onions. I'm only gonna use about like this much shallot. I cut it pretty small, so then it's not too noticeable in the sauce. And then we're gonna use some garlic. I'm a garlic girl, so I'm gonna use about 2 cloves. 2 pretty big cloves. Garlic girl. Hi, Kyrie. She's underneath me right now, looking. looking for scraps. You're so funny. You're so funny. Go off, garlic girl. Thank you. You guys didn't tell me. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Do you guys have one? Let me know if you do. Am I making one of your favorite foods right now? Garlic from I'm a garlic girl in a garlic world. I'm a garlic girl in a garlic world. Nice. Okay, so this is how much shallot and onion I'm doing. Oh, shallot and garlic I'm doing. My eyes is crying. But yeah, I think we're good to move over to the stove now to make the sauce for the macaroni. I'm gonna scoot you guys over. Get you guys prepped in for that. Alright, there's only one viewing angle for this camera. I'm not gonna move it. Okay, starting off, we're gonna start off with butter. I'm gonna use the rest of this butter I have. Oh, actually, I'm gonna save some. I'm gonna take some back. I take like that much back. I'll use some for the corn. I'm gonna use some of this butter for the corn. If I do make it. Mac and cheese and mashed potatoes for me, it's kind of hard to pick. Maybe I would leftover sandwich. Oh, I love making leftovers. I make like a leftover turkey or like a Thanksgiving sandwich. Oh, it's so good. Okay, we're gonna melt the butter. Hopefully you guys can see. I don't want to have to adjust the camera because I only picked one good viewing angle and it's a little too low for the stove. I'm gonna put the shallots and garlic in so they can cook a bit. We can see a bit on the far end, but the focus on the saucepan. Yeah, I don't want to raise the camera. I will show it to you. Don't worry. For my sole convenience and no convenience to you, I am keeping it as is. Just kidding. Okay, fine. I fixed it a little bit. It's just cooking on about like medium to low heat. I'm gonna get the butter to brown a little bit, and then the flavor will infuse with the garlic and shallot. While that's cooking, I'm just gonna strain the pasta. You guys won't see it, but I'm just gonna strain it. It's about al dente right now, which is good because we're gonna bake it anyway. So, I'm just gonna strain that out while that's cooking. Let me open the door. Okay. I'm just waiting for it to get a little bit brown, and then I'm gonna put some flour in it to start the roux for the cheese sauce, which is the base for the cheese sauce. Okay, I like it about here. I don't want to burn it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of flour. See that? Keep stirring. You don't want it to burn. This, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm gonna say it again later. This is basically a roux. It's gonna become a thickening agent for your cheese sauce. I'd add like a little more. It's basically equal parts flour and fat. The heat is on pretty low. I'm just gonna cook this out for a few minutes. You wanna cook out the flour taste. And I'm gonna wait for it to get just a little bit darker. Just like a touch. I don't know how much butter I put in, but we're gonna play it by ear. And say that that's enough. I want it to get kind of thick. You're gonna see it's gonna get kind of pasty. Yeah, like this. This is kind of what you're looking for. It's a lot thicker now. I could add more flour if I want to. You roux the day you burn the roux? Yeah, this guy on Gumbo always talking about roux. Roux is very, very important to Gumbo. Roux is the base of Gumbo, and basically, if you cook that down long enough, it'll get very, very dark. The darkness, it'll basically turn almost like a chocolate brown, like a dark chocolate. It'll turn basically a dark chocolate brown, and that's basically that's what gives Gumbo a lot of its taste and like the texture. You make roux for a lot of like sauces. I'm glad you spelled roux. I'm glad you spelled roux correctly. It is spelled like that. Sure it does. Also, hey gamer, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Okay, I'm gonna start to add the creams and stuff after I've cooked out this flour. I didn't realize onions and shallots go into the cheese sauce. Technically, you don't need to add them, but it just adds a lot of flavor. It adds a lot of flavor. Okay, I'm gonna start pouring in milk. We're gonna go with milk and heavy cream, but I'm gonna start with some milk. And we're gonna do this slowly. Slow and steady. Look, it seizes up like this. Okay. Shit. I almost dropped the milk. Hold on. This is how you get a really smooth cheese sauce. You want to do it very slowly. You want to break down these clumps. That's why you don't pour too much at once, or else your cheese sauce won't be smooth. You have to incorporate the roux into the liquid. See how thick it is? Mine's gonna have a little bit of lumps because I added the shallots and the garlic. But you don't want any flour clumps from the roux. That's the thing. So really take your time to mix it. You can even... I'm gonna switch to a whisk. I know, metal on the non-stick. It's fucked already, don't worry about it. Okay, I'm gonna start turning up the heat. Now that all my milk is incorporated. I got a little bit of... Actually, I'll put the cheese in now. Don't go crazy. It'd be embarrassing to misspell things. I would usually just add it all at once. Yeah, you could add it all at once. You just risk the the lumps. I usually pour it over something like we have Chipotle at home. Damn, that's crazy. I'm gonna start adding the cheese. I'm gonna season it first. I'm gonna season it now and then season it later. I'm gonna do salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika. Smoked paprika. Not too much salt to start. Cheese is salty. Okay. Little bit of garlic powder, but we have garlic in there already. You're gooch. And I'm also gonna add some chili powder. And then I'm gonna add the cheese. Can I show you? It's a little thick for me, so I'm gonna add a little bit of heavy cream just to thin it out a little bit. This looks good. This looks perfect. I'll show you guys again. This is what we're working with. Cheese sauce! Creole seasoning mix, I found out about it through Mythical. Yeah, I do know of that seasoning. I don't have it. A lot of people like to add Old Bay also to their mac and cheese. Or like some type of like seafood seasoning. I don't have any of that, so I just keep it pretty simple. Made some good fried chicken with it. Yeah, it's a good seasoning. Yeah, definitely. I made it a little bit looser than it was before. The other way, it was very good consistency. That's how I want the result to be. But I added a little bit more because we're going to bake it. So some of that moisture is going to come off it. So that's fine for me. That's a perfect cheese consistency for me, personally. So we're going to give it a minute to cook. Just to make sure the flour taste is gone. And then we're going to mix it up. I turned off the heat. I'm gonna let it sit for a second. And then Kraft mac and cheese, at the end. At the very, very end. gonna scooch you guys over so you can see me mix it. I just have the pasta here. Still looks good, right? Okay. Just making sure it still looks good. Alright, we're gonna mix the cheese sauce into the mac and cheese, or into the pasta. It's about to get a makeover, indeed. There we go. I'm gonna put the whole thing, you can't go wrong. Get it nice coated. I'm gonna try one. See the season. Oh, it's good. That pepper jack in it? It does something. It needs more salt though. I'm gonna add more salt. The carrots are about done also. Good. The light does whatever the light wants to do. Let you know. Stick you over so I can do a couple things. I'm gonna take the carrots out of the. Mac and cheese gonna go in to the pan. Just gonna spread it out. Okay. And then we're gonna top it with some more cheese. 1-to-1 ratio, gotta remember that. It's different. It's not like a regular mac and cheese. It has its own flavor profile to it because of the pepper jack. But I think if you like pepper jack, you're gonna like it. Use whatever cheese you want. Okay, I'm gonna top it with some grated cheddar. Okay, I want to be able to spread it. I'll do it on here, and then I'll just manually do it. The cheese has gone soft, so it's a little bit hard to grate. It's okay. I hope the noises outside, these cars that are fucking racing, do not disturb anyone. Spread it across the top. Cheese topping. I haven't noticed them? Okay, good. Because it's really fucking loud over here. And I'm sorry that the light keeps turning on and off. I didn't charge it beforehand, and I forgot about it. And then I just have it plugged into, like, some type of charger. Like a portable. And I don't think it's giving it enough power at once. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna cover the top. With a nice layer of cheddar. Before it goes in the oven. Now that looks good. Fuck it, let's throw some mozzarella on it too. Throw some mozzarella on too. Why not? Why not? But not the pepper jack. No, not too much pepper jack. We don't want to overpower it. A little bit of mozzarella. Fuck it. There can't be too much cheese, you know? Perfect. And then, just like the turkey, I'm gonna put some smoked paprika on top, just for the color. The color will make it really nice. Just a little bit. Okay. The oven, I'm gonna turn it up to 400 degrees. And while we wait for that, let's turn over to the green bean casserole. This is how you make super easy green bean casserole. Okay, we blanched the green beans already. They're already ready. Then, this bad boy. Cream of mushroom soup, Campbell's. This is what you need. Now listen, if you're like, ew, canned soup, okay, you can make this from scratch. Basically, what we did for the cheese sauce, that bechamel in the beginning, you can make it for this. Basically, instead of garlic and shallots, you can use, actually you can still use it, fuck it. Use shallots, garlic, mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, a medley of mushrooms, all mushrooms are good. Chop it up, put it in a pan, cook it in some butter. Do the same exact thing. add flour, make the roux, make a sauce. Add some milk, add some broth instead. And then you can add a little bit of cheese if you want. You can do like a pecorino romano. But yeah, that's the sauce. You just make that sauce and then put it in here. I could show you from scratch, but it's getting late and I'm getting lazy. We're just gonna use the canned thing. Because that sauce that you make is basically this. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's what you don't understand. It's the same. Sorry, I needed a spoon or something. I'm gonna do... I can play it by ear. This is half the can. I'm gonna add a little bit of heavy cream. No, there's a lot of cream. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken stock just to thin it out a bit. Yes, I know, it looks disgusting. That's because it's cold. That's because it's cold. But it'll be delicious. It'll taste delicious. I'll use the whole thing. Fuck it. What am I gonna do with half of it? This is the OG way to make it. If you don't want to be fancy and make this yourself. But you could. I'm confident you could. Didn't heat up your cream of mushrooms? It's all gonna heat up anyway. I don't want to wash the pan again. You'll be fine. Yes, I know. It's so gross. Icky. It tastes good, guys. It'll taste delicious. Okay? Trust it. Yeah, this is one of those trust the processes. And then your trifecta. Salt, pepper, garlic. Salt. Pepper. A little bit. Garlic. Put it in everything. So yum, so delish. Okay. So yum, so delish. I'm gonna even it out like that. Bam! Throw it in the oven when it hits 400 degrees with your mac and cheese. You're gonna cook it until they get bubbly, hot and bubbly. Because these are already, you can eat these already, technically. Heat them up till it gets hot and bubbly. Oh, when the oven's ready. Shit. In the oven it goes, baby. Till it gets hot and bubbly. Hot and bubbly. Also, if you wanted to see, this is what the carrots ended up looking like. Delicious. All that's left is to make the gravy, which we'll do right now. Let me just clean this pot. Sorry, I only have this one tiny pot. Only have one tiny pot. So sorry. So we have to clean it every time. Okay. I'm gonna save the light. Fuck. It fell. I'm gonna save some of the light battery. Okay. And we're gonna work on the gravy, which is basically like the last bits. We're basically almost done. That was bad. I don't know why I threw it like that. Okie dokes. First things first, that wind going crazy. I don't know if you can hear that. But that wind's going crazy. I'm gonna wipe off the cutting board. All we did was cut like onions and shallots and shit and like cheese. That's good. We're gonna transfer the turkey onto here. Let's bring them over. Over our turkey. Wait. wash the whisk too. We're gonna need this whisk. Perfect. Okay. Look at her. Ain't she a beauty? Okay. It's not hot anymore. Yeah, I'm just gonna transfer her with my hands. Just gonna place her on the cutting board. You hear it for a second, the noise gate is effective. Oh, that's pretty good. I definitely oversold at this point. Nah, you're good. Okay, this is the turkey. So we're gonna do this deliciousness in the pan. You can see here all the turkey drippings. We're gonna strain it into a cup. I'm just gonna use a drinking glass. Fuck it. Or I'll use a smaller one. I don't think there's gonna be that much. Yeah. Definitely not gonna be a lot more. Let's use a smaller one. This is where I struggle to find a container that'll hold all of this liquid without being excessively big. We're just gonna use a glass. We're gonna use a glass. We're gonna use a glass. Okay. Let's wash off this thing. Sorry, we have to reuse everything. Okay, and then we're going to strain it. You see this? Basically just gonna strain out this juice into a cup. Look at all these vegetables. They did their job giving flavor. Okay. Now this is what it's looking like. Now if you can see, when we want to make our gravy, we don't want to have too much fat in it. The drippings of the meat you're cooking, the turkey, it'll have the drippings and then it'll have the fat. So if you can see here, they naturally separate. So this layer here is the drippings. That's what you want for most of the flavor of the gravy. This right here is the fat that we're gonna take away. I hope you saw that. I don't know, my camera's not showing me the preview no more, so, and we're on delay. So I hope you're able to see it. You didn't see shit. I should just kept on the table. What I was saying is, this is the drippings, and then this is the fat. I don't know, my camera stopped showing me the display. I can't see shit. Anyway, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this in the fridge for a little bit for the fat part to solidify, and then we can just scoop it off. To make it quicker, I'm just gonna put it in the freezer. For a little bit. I'm sure you guys saw it. Back while waiting. Thank you guys for sticking with me. We're almost through. We're almost done. All that's left is the gravy. I'm gonna start cleaning up while we wait, as in put all these cheeses away. I'm not gonna need the cheeses anymore. I'm just gonna put it in the bag. We'll have a cheese bag. I'm having fun. I'm glad if you guys are having fun. I know it's like a long stream. And I don't know if you'd like watching this over just me doing dumb shit. But we're almost through, I swear. And then we're gonna make a plate. We're gonna plate up a plate. And then it'll look really nice. And that'll be it. We're almost done, I swear. I start cooking some other stuff. Like plate up, you say? Yeah, I'm gonna plate up a plate. Should we slice into some of this turkey? Should I get the end piece? I'll probably slice a little bit for the plate. I just use this to cut onion and stuff, so it's fine. I'm gonna take a little taste. Mmm. Oh, that's good. That's good. This turkey's good. I started adopting Zoomerisms. Not the Zoomerisms. Almost done. Checking on the mac and cheese and the other thing. Okay. I'm gonna drink some water while we wait. Now that you saw how much work goes into making this food, thank whoever is making your Thanksgiving dinner. Make sure to thank them. They deserve it. They deserve a prize. Okay. The mac and cheese and the green beans, they're starting to get nice and bubbly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw the fried onions on top of the green beans. Show you. It's just this. Crispy onions. You can make them yourself. You could literally make them yourself here. gonna throw these on top and then put set the oven to broil, and I'm gonna broil the tops just to get it nice and crispy for like 5 minutes. It's looking good. Back in the oven. Good. Okay. I moved the mac and cheese to the top rack. And I set it to broil. So I'm gonna let it broil for like 5 minutes just to get a nice crunchy topping. I'd say, let's say 50% here, 10% on the raffle sketch, or sketch raffle, 40% floating between finding the cooking means, responding messages in Genshin. You know, that's pretty good. If 50% is here, I'm happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. Your audio set the highest here because you're learning. Oh, thank you for learning. Thanks for learning here. I hope that I'm teaching you guys something, but you know, that's the whole point. Okay, the gravy's almost ready. Gravy stuff's almost ready. Okay, we're gonna work on the gravy after this is finished broiling in like 3 minutes. Because if we start the gravy, I don't want to have to open the oven midway. Yeah. Isn't that right, Kylie? And then we're gonna make a plate. I really want to try the strained mashed potatoes. They look good. It's hard to say how much this will stick, but like slowly incorporating the roux are helpful for sure. Yeah, definitely. Because you work so hard to make that roux. Imagine if you just dumped a bunch of milk in it and then it just, it's like too much. What if you had too much milk? Then your roux is useless. Or imagine you make the sauce, right? And then you just bite into like a clump of flour. That's very sad. Oh, you want to try the mashed potatoes? They're still looking good. They're just off to the side looking pretty. But they'll be used soon. I just want to watch this mac and cheese to make sure it doesn't go crazy. Okay. I don't want the mac and cheese to burn, Oh yeah, that's a okay. I had to turn the mac and cheese because I didn't put it in deep enough, so one side got darker than the other side. This is such an interesting music channel though. I don't even know what's playing. Now we've got lo-fi rolling girl. Oh hell yeah. I love that. I usually mix it until decently smooth, but it definitely dries poorly. I see. If you think it dries poorly, always add a little more liquid than you think you need. Because the potatoes are starchy, they'll absorb it. So it's no problem. Okay. I'm gonna stop it now. Take out our beautiful mac and cheese and bean roll casserole. Okay, let me show you guys what it's looking like. And they look beautiful, by the way. They look beautiful. Here, let me see if I can show you guys. Hot? Don't want. You see it? Let me wait. I have to see it in the stream. I don't know if we can see it. I blocked literally nothing. Thumbs deep. Hello, hello. Yeah, there's our baked mac and cheese and our bean casserole. Back. Go. Maybe now you can see the green bean casserole. But there it is, straight out of the oven. Okay, let's do the gravy. Last thing, gravy. And then we plate up. You gotta teach me how to make deviled eggs one day. Deviled eggs are very simple. I can teach you how to make it. Okay. So what's happening is, I'm gonna show you here. So the fat and the gravy is now separated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoop off the fat from the top layer. It comes off very easily. If you want to see, I stick it in the freezer. It'll just be like a disc. It'll just come out. So I'm just gonna take that out, scoop off as much as the fat as I can. I could leave it to set longer to get like a better separation, but we don't have time for that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, let's start the gravy. Very simple. It'll start out literally the same way that it did earlier. I'm just gonna do a quick chop of some shallot and garlic off cam. Very simple. Cutting board ASMR, yeah. Does it pick it up well? Okay, I did a little bit of shallot. I'm gonna do a little bit of garlic because I'm a garlic girl. You'll clip it so I can hear it later. Thank you. This is very simple gravy, and you basically make it the same exact way as I made the cheese sauce. You'll learn that sauce. You just make everything doing that same method. You'll make a lot of things doing that same thing. Hey, Ivy, no. Did I tell you that my wife did our green bean casserole one year? Oh yeah? How did it go? Was it delicious? Okay. Okay, let's start this gravy. Get this stream ended. Hope you can see that. I'll check the cam in a second. She thought the crunchy onion thing was the same as the onion soup packet and just dumped the whole thing of powder on top. Oh. Your wife is cute. Okay. We're gonna use a little bit of the turkey fat as our base. You know, some abomination. Oh no. We're gonna get that melted and then throw in onions and shallots. Again. And we're gonna treat this same exact way as we made the mac and cheese. We're gonna let that cook for a little bit till it gets a little golden. We're gonna add flour to make the roux, stir that up. And then we're gonna use the drippings, the rest of the stuff in the cup. We're gonna use the drippings to flavor it. And then after we use up all the drippings, we're just gonna thin out the rest of it with chicken broth. You can use a turkey stock if you have it, vegetable stock. Anything's fine. Give her my recipe right now. And then she can... Speaking of recipes, do you have any of these written / posted anywhere? No, I don't. These recipes are more just theories I'm sharing with you, and for measurements, I just say, go with your heart. But if you watch it and you understand what's happening, you could do it without a recipe. I'm sorry. I could I could try and make up a recipe, but yeah, it's a whole measure with your heart situation. So what you're saying is I get bonus points for transcribing recipes based on the stream? Yes, actually. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry. I'll see if I could try. We're learning to chef, not follow recipes this stream. Exactly. Cooking is about feeling. It's not about following a recipe. This looks about good to me. I'm gonna add the flour. I like that one. This is how it's looking. I'm gonna add like a smidgen more flour. This looks good. Oh shit. Smidgen more. Make sure it all gets incorporated. Don't have my other spoon. Oh wait, I have another spoon. Just you. Sorry, you guys are like struggling watching this. This looks about good to me, so this looks pretty good for me. So I'm just gonna let it cook out a bit. This one, prior to the mac and cheese, this one, because it's a gravy for the turkey, you can let the roux get a little bit darker in color. You could take those bonus points right to the bank. They won't accept them, but you could take them there. So true. Looks like I'm watching the stream twice. Wish me luck. Yeah, let me know how that goes. Let me know how you transcribe a smidgen of flour into measurement. Stir often. Do not let it burn. My other spoon is easier, but that's okay. Cooking up the flour, I'm gonna grab the tablespoon. Sounds about right. I'm gonna slowly add the drippings. I don't care to make it too dark. You gonna see? Once you start adding the liquid, it starts to seize up. And then it's slowly incorporate. No lumps. No lumps in here. If you make the roux darker, the gravy will be slightly darker. But rest there. And then after you use all the drippings, you're gonna supplement the rest of the gravy with chicken stock or some type of stock. let it cook for a bit. I turn the heat up. You boys headed to bed for work tomorrow. Thanks for chefing. My brain going a few ripples. I feel smarter. Thank you so much, Thames. Have a good night. We're almost done, guys. I swear. I feel like I've said this before. I always get deja vu when what it's looking like right now. Give it some time to cook, and then it'll be really thick. I didn't make a lot of gravy because I'm not making a lot of gravy. I'm not making a lot of anything, to be honest. But if you wanted more gravy, you just make more roux, so then you can add more liquids. Which is basically like if you don't have enough turkey fat. But if you're making a big turkey, you're gonna have a lot of turkey fat. But anyway, then you just add butter. Butter, oil, anything to make more roux, to make more, you know, make more. More everything. Go until your desired consistency for gravy. I'm gonna go smidgen thicker. But it's pretty good for me. I'll give it another minute. And then we're gonna plate. We're gonna make a plate. And then that's it. And then we're done. I gotta plate it up for you, and then we're all donezo. Wow. Damn, this is a long stream. This is one of my longest streams ever. We had a lot to do today. Okay, I'm gonna cut the heat. It's gonna thicken a little bit as it cools. So remember that. This is good looking for me. Okay. Let's make a plate. Oh, let me bring back. Bring you back, and we're gonna make a plate. The most photogenic plate? Yeah, you're making a whole meal. Exactly. Okay, we're going to I'm gonna brush some of this dried herb off. Just to make it look prettier. I don't have to do that. Okay, I'm gonna cut a slice from this. From the turkey. I don't want to cut it. It's on bone, so I don't really know how I want to cut it, but we'll just start cutting. Nice. We'll cut off this piece, and then we'll use it to plate. There she is, if you want to see the inside. Nice and juicy. Not too dry. Yeah. I could have taken it out a little bit sooner. It would have been a little better, but that's okay. Glistening. Oh, you guys barely saw it. Hold on. Let me show you again. Here she is. There she is. Okay, we're gonna cut some strips out of that to put on the plate. Okay. So, I'm just gonna cut strips of this for the plate. We're not gonna go crazy. Do like diagonals like this. Kind of awkward to do it like this way, but I don't know. I'm trying to make it so then you could see. There you go. We're gonna do about like that much for the plate. Okay, let's assemble. I will get my nice plate. Nice big plate for the assembly. Okay, we're gonna start with let's get the light on. The light on so you can see. I started the mashed potatoes. Start with the mashed potatoes. I'm just gonna use a spoon. Here's our mashed potatoes, in case you guys missed it. We're just going to get a scoop of this. Put it like here, I guess. Wanted to make it look pretty nice. The wind's going crazy, if you can hear that. Nice scoop. I went going crazy. Okay. Scoop that up. I'm gonna put on the carrots. I use my hands. It's fine. Guys, it's fine. Using your hands is fine. They're clean. Turkey's gonna go like that. Then let's throw the carrots over here. A nice little pile. I'm gonna say plating is not my forte. I'm not someone that plates. I'm gonna set the turkey to be like kind of on the gravy or on the mashed potatoes a little bit. And like that. And it opens so you can see the inside. How's that? How's that? Then green bean casserole. Is it looking photogenic? I hope it does. Let me let me hold. I've tried making things more photogenic because I put on the food channel. Yeah, it's hard to make things photogenic sometimes. I just don't know how. We're gonna get some of this green bean casserole. It's hard to make green bean casserole look photogenic, to be honest. We're gonna take a scoop and try to place her yonder. Okay. He's looking cute. Okay. And then mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is still hot. Our baked mac and cheese. Looking beautiful, I might say. I'm gonna stick her right here. Room for her. Oh. Corner. Place. I'm gonna see how we wanna plate it. We got an edge. Maybe. It's too big, it's too big. Seems too big. Let's go a little smaller, maybe. Smaller slice. Place her here. Place her there. Is she looking beautiful? Let me move the carrots from under her. Let me readjust the carrots. Readjust, readjust. Try to make it look nice, you know? Try to fill her out with the rest of the carrots. On this side, would do her some justice, maybe. Okay. And then the gravy. Okay, this is what the plate looks like before. I put the point at the back. It was hard to put it at the back. I can try and move this so then it covers this corner a little bit more. There. Maybe it's not as noticeable now. It's a small pan, so there was no corner. Okay, and then we put on our gravy. And we're gonna let the gravy go. This is it before gravy. Before gravy. And then we do a nice pour gravy on top. And there we have it! There it is. Let me try and zoom you in. This is our Thanksgiving plate that we made together. What do you think? Does it look good? Oh, save me a plate? I'm on my way. You got it. I'm gonna take a picture for Instagram. So let me just move some stuff. I don't know the best position it is. Be aesthetic looking. But yeah, there we have it. Gotta take a screenshot. If only WandaVision worked. Oh no. I wish. I will save this plate for all of you. Okay? You can all have this plate. But that's the end, guys. Woo! Thank you guys so much for coming onto the stream. I really, really appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys had fun. I hope you guys had fun watching today. It was a fun experience getting to cook for you guys. I always love cooking, so I really enjoy when I get to do it for you guys. Maybe one day I'll be able to actually cook for you guys and you guys can eat my food. That would make me really happy. But for now, you just have to watch it through the screen. I'm already eating the thing. Oh, it's so good. Now I will devour this plate. And also clean up the big mess I made. But anyway, that's it for now. I won't see you again till after the holidays, so I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of good food. Be safe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming.